Hey guys, it's Mr. Sarley. Welcome to your YouTube homework review. Gonna spend a lot of time this week on integers, adding, subtracting them with open number lines because while a lot of us got hundreds, others need a lot more practice with it. So check your answers. If you got any of them wrong, please stick around for the video and try to understand it because at the end of this week, there will be another quiz. And hopefully by then, if you had a lower score on the first one, you'll do a lot better the second time. Secret word is Ms. Mugo. First four answers are -4, 7, -1, and 0. -7, -2, -12, and 4. -35 or 35 floors in the basement. The 32nd floor. And -75 or 75 floors in the basement. Alright. So on these smaller problems, since you're not really going by any numbers too large, some of you might want to draw a number line. And a lot of you guys did this on your quiz, but a few of you did it, but did it incorrectly. For me, it helps to start with 0 in the middle, because I know that's like what Nicole said, sort of like the bridge between the positives and the negatives. And then you can kind of go up with your positives like this. And then below 0 we have 1 below, which is -1, 2 below, which is -2, and so on. And I really recommend you put these tick marks, these little lines here, just so it's easy to keep track of what number you're on when you're doing these problems. Alright, so now we have 3 minus 7. So this is like an elevator starting on the 3rd floor. Since it's subtraction, it means that the elevator is going down, and it's going to go down 7 floors. So if I come over to our number line, we're starting at 3, and we're going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that gives you an answer of -4. You also could have done that with an open number line. You can kind of choose whichever one for these smaller ones is more comfortable to you. So if you were starting at +3 and we're going down 7, I know that that means we're going to go into the negatives. So my first stop is going to be to 0. So I'm going to go down 3, which gets me to 0. And if you kind of look at the 7, we can break it up into a 3 and then a 4. So we get down 4 more. And that would also give us the same answer. And I'd say either of those two strategies are fine. Alright, next we have -2 plus 9. That's like starting at 2 floors in the basement, and we're going up because of the addition sign, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gotta go 1 beyond my number line, 9. That should get you to +7. And again, you could have started at -2 and then gone up 9, and you just have to know I'm going to pass 0 because I'm going up from -2. So going up 2 would get you to 0, and of the original 9, you'd have 7 left. So you can go up 7 more, and you'd be at 7. Going to do these next couple a little bit faster. Starting at -6, going up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would get you to -1. This one, -5 plus 5, I gave a problem like that on the quiz, and Jeremy wrote next to it, opposites, Mr. Sarley, because when you add opposites, you always get 0. Starting at -5 and going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you see that we end up with a 0. Alright, a few more here. And again, you can use your closed number line. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to use an open number line. So this one's starting at -4. Subtraction means it's going down, so it's like it's getting deeper. It's going further into the negatives. So we're going to go down 3. And if you're at -4 and you go 3 more floors under, you end at -7. And students say this is like adding because the 7 is bigger than a 4, but we are going down. It's still subtracting. But yeah, so you end up with -7. Alright, 7 minus 9. I'm going to start with positive 7. Subtraction means we're going down. And since we're going down more than what we're starting with, I'm going to start by going down to 0 because I know we're going to go past it. 7 minus 7 is 0. And then of the original 9, we have 2 more to go, which would give us negative 2. Negative 2 minus 10. So I'm going to start at negative 2. And again, we're starting, just like this one, we're starting negative and we're going further down. So if we're at negative 2 and then we go down 10 more, you're going to end up 10 more floors underground. And that's why we get negative 12. And the last one on the front, we're going to start at negative 6. And then the addition sign means we're going to add 10. And since we're adding, we're going up. I know that we're going to hit 0 after we've gone up 6. And then we have 4 left over. And so you should end up at the positive 4th floor. All right. So there were about, out of 80 kids in the grade, or that I teach, 20 students who are really struggling with the open number line. So I'm going to go over this slowly. This is just for you, so you can really get the hang of this. An elevator is on the 10th floor. It goes down 45 floors. Where is it? This is like this problem, starting at 10 and going down 45. So if we start with an open number line, I know that we're starting on the 10th floor and going down. So I'm going to put the 10 higher up just because I know we're going to go down. And so now we have this 45. You can kind of break up the 45 any way that you want. But I think it's important to know that if we're going down, we're going to hit 0. So I think the first thing I want to do is I want to go down 10. All right, so it's like we broke the 45 up into a 10, and then you can keep breaking up the 45 into more. Some people like to do this because 10s are easy to work with. Go down another 10. So if we are at 0 and we go 10 floors under, that gets us to negative 10. Another one would get us to negative 20. Another 10 would get us to negative 30. And now if I look at the original 45, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. That's 40, but we want to go down 45, so that means we need to go down 5 more. And if we were at negative 30 and we go 5 floors deeper, we're going to end up at negative 35. So that would be our answer. So this strategy would be like using friendly numbers, but what you also could have done is you could have broken the 45 into 10 and 35 and just broken it up into 2 parts. If you did that, it kind of makes the problem go faster because we start at 10, we still start by going down to 0. But now, instead of going down 3 more 10s and a 5, we just do that all at once. And we end up at negative 35. And that would be sort of like going down to a friendly number. So hopefully we did good with that one. The main problem I saw in the quiz from a bunch of people is they thought that this was like a negative 10. And so when they went down, they totally skipped the 0. But you got to kind of think about where the 0 is. That helps you solve these problems. All right, an elevator is 20 floors down in the basement. It goes up 52 floors. Where is it? I'm going to start with an open number line. And we're starting 20 floors down in the basement and going up. So I'm going to put that starting value down here. 20 floors in the basement is like this. And I know that we're going up 52 floors. I'm going to start off with just going by a friendly number. I'm going to go by 10s. So if I add 10, since I know we're going up to 0, I know that it's sort of like these negative numbers are going down. because if we were 24 floors below and we go up 10, that's going to get closer to 0. Now we're only 10 away from 0. If we go up another 10, now we're going to be exactly at 0. We need to go up a total of 52, and we've gone up 10, 20, so let's keep going. Plus 10, now we're on the 10th floor. Now we're on the 20th floor. Now we're on the 30th floor, and I don't need any more 10s because already I've gone up 50, but we want to go up a total of 52, so let's go up that last 2, and we end up at 32. So that would be going by a friendly number. You could have also broken the 52 up into 2 really helpful numbers. 20, because that would get you up from 20 to 0, and what's left, which would be 32. So that would be like starting from negative 20, going up 20 all at once to get to 0. And then with the last 32 that's left, you'd go up 32, and you'd end up at positive 32. All right, last one. An elevator I did not word that correctly, but an elevator is 15 floors down in the basement. It goes down 60 more floors. Where is it? All right, big numbers again, so we're using an open number line. Makes it easier to jump around. This one says we're starting, I know that this means the negative 15th floor, and it goes down 60 more floors. So even though it's negative 15, I'm going to put it up here because I know that we're going to need to go down. So I just want space to write that. We're going down a total of 60 floors. I'm going to start off with the easier strategy. Let's go down 10. If we're 15 floors underground and we go down 10 more, now we're 25 floors underground. So that's why we write negative 25. Go down another 10, we're at negative 35, negative 45, negative 55, negative 65, negative 75. All right, let's just check in. I was supposed to go down 60. I went down 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Great, that means I solved it. We should end up at negative 75. This problem is 15 minus 60. Oop, my bad. Negative 15, because we're starting underground, minus 60, because we're going down 60, equals negative 75. And finally, with this one, also it was possible to do it in one jump to save time. If you start at negative 15, you can kind of go down the whole 60 at once. We're going deeper, so in a way it's like adding, and 60 plus 15 is 75, so I'm going to put negative 75. I hope for those of you that were a little confused, I hope that you did better on this one, and it's starting to make more sense to you.